So I got tired of sitting in my room and editing, so I commandeered this desk from the hallway. I took up residence in Savannah's corner. I'm not sure how she feels about that, but I feel great about this decision personally. So we're trying a new site or subscription that normally we use something called Epidemic Sound, but we're trying, what's this called? We're trying artlist.io. And I will say, first impressions, it's pretty good. The music selection's a lot easy. It's a lot easier to find good stuff than Epidemic Sound. He seems to agree. I just spent the last 2 hours cleaning up and fixing our hot tub. Had to fix all of this stuff. This was clogged. I had to unclog it and fill up the top thing, and 2 hours. I feel like I just wasted like my entire day. Getting a pretty late start on today. Thought I had my Apple Watch on. I was in a session one time and I had my Apple Watch on and I kept checking it, and you know, like just the universal, you do that to lock the Apple Watch, and the artist pointed it out, and from that point on during the entire session, every time I'd smack my hand, I'd catch myself, and it would Also, I can't find my little tripod, so I used our Theragun to as a works pretty good. See? Rendering the first pass of this wedding film. I think it turned out really good. Actually, I kind of want good coffee, not this. Hey Siri, what's 20 times 16? I've been trying to have less coffee lately, but I've also been running more, like increasing my mileage. While I'm sitting here drinking coffee, I figured I would answer some questions from you guys. Haven't done it in a while, and I figured it's good multitasking. I hear the audio coming out of the iRig might not be mounted properly, so try locking the screen and then plugging it in, and normally that normally works for me when I have that issue. iRig Pro or iRig 2 HD? Honestly, I don't really know. I kind of bought that one iRig that I have, and I haven't upgraded ever just because it's always done what I need to do. If you want to get really good audio, then I suggest going through like a DAW or something else. That way you have a little more control, and it's a little more dynamic than just going into an iRig, but I don't know what one's better, sorry. Does the iRig 2 work with Android phones, yes or no? I think it does. Again, I have an iPhone, so I mean, I don't know. I feel like this is the worst. Thanks, getting difficult to make a decision on. No problem, I hope that helped you. I hope that video kind of sheds some light on it. I love that iRig. It's worked for me for years and continues to work for me, so I'm glad it helped. Simple to use, and you can't be, exactly. It's super easy, especially for in-ear monitors, which is what I use it for mostly. It's so easy, I don't have to think about it. It's great, love it. To zero's more, thank you, I appreciate that. Just very little. That's funny. I honestly hate leaving early for flights. It's nice when you get there, but I hate the whole like getting up and just it being at the airport in the morning. I hate it. I'd rather go later than earlier. I've got the iRig one, but it works the same way. I'm just wondering if it's possible to have... I don't think so. I think what it does is it just records and it blends both of them together and spits it out into like a mono mix onto your photo app on your actual iPhone. I don't think there's a way to split it. You'd have to do that outside of the iRig, if that makes sense.
You're being naughty.
All right, I think I'm gonna end on this comment right here. That cymbal got some nasty funk to it. I like it. Yes, it's very wacky. It's my preferred. Okay, so two comments, but in these videos, I always get a lot of comments on cymbal choice, both good and bad. And I think cymbals are something that you really need to invest in. Like drums and drum heads, you can like kind of go a little bit cheaper, but cymbals are really where you want to spend most of your money, mostly just because you can't really tune a cymbal. Like if a cymbal sounds bad or is cheap, there's no way really fixing that aside from like gaff tape, but even then, it doesn't really work. And even taking that a step further, finding cymbals that blend with each other can always be tricky. Now, I always get comments on this cymbal right here, which is technically a 24-inch K-Lite ride that's a 23-inch cut down and also has a bunch of cracks in it. But the reason that I don't repair the cracks and the reason that I leave it the way it is like this is because it blends so well with this cymbal right here. Like when I crash on both of them, it just, much like the correct notes played together make a beautiful chord, I feel like these notes played together play a beautiful chord, if that makes sense. That's why these cymbals are on my kit most of the time, because it feels like it blends really well with my playing, just the way, I love the way it sounds, and that's also why I don't really repair the cracks on my cymbals. You should repair them, but for me specifically in this like context and everything, I just don't want to because I like the way it sounds. And also I do realize that if I don't repair these cracks, then the cracks are just gonna get worse and worse and worse. And I'm okay with that, honestly, just because it sounds really good. I may cut them out eventually, but for now, in the time being, I am just careful with the cymbal, and I know they're gonna get worse. It sounds so good, I just don't want to mess it up. Probably the most uninteresting thing I'll ever upload on this channel, but I just uploaded a crap ton of shorts, and that's where all of them go to die once they're uploaded. That's like, I think I'm uploaded through Sunday. That's how I stayed super consistent. I literally just do like 3 or 4 days worth of shorts in one day. It's the most manageable way, I think, to keep up with that kind of, just that amount of content coming out every single day. What do you want to do for dinner? Does Panda Express sound good? Hey, can I get... You too, thank you. Okay. Oh, and I got the green light too.